Well, I'm so excited to be here with you guys today to talk about music and New Year's Eve. And 2021 is coming up in a matter of weeks. So it's fun to start thinking about celebrating and looking forward to the new year. And Lauren and Rebecca, I have always loved working with you and see you really as amazing experts in music. And as we have partnered over the years, on some events with clients, you guys have always brought really cool, creative takes to the table. And so it's been fun to come up over the years, right, with creative ways to make the celebration personal through music. So I'm so excited that we could talk about this today.
Yay, thanks for having us.
Yes, of course. So like food, and you guys know my passion for food, and you guys enjoy food as well. Really, I do think music is really a central part of celebrations and can really add a lot. I think, for example, I always talk to clients about what's playing when they walk into the room, when guests walk into the room. You don't want it to be silent. You want to hear some music already in the background and kind of set the tone. And so I feel that music's so important and an integral part to celebrations. So as we start thinking about New Year's, obviously celebrating looks different. We're meeting within our bubbles, small family celebrations, or even virtually. So I wanted to ask you guys sort of things that people should keep in mind as maybe they're putting together playlists for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I think that what's fun about a playlist and what's fun about kind of taking this not so great situation of not being able to gather and making it better is that you can really have fun with a playlist if you're doing something virtual with your family like I am, or if you do have like a small group of people. You can really have a good time with it and make it a little bit more special than maybe just throwing on your iPod and like not really thinking about what you're putting on.
You really make it thoughtful, I think that if you keep a couple of things in mind.
Exactly. And I think the first thing that we would say to keep in mind is keep it personal. I mean, you want to make it personal to your people, to yourself, to your team. And like, I think as Lauren and I were chatting about this before, I think that, finding what really makes you happy and like tapping into that joy, because you've got to have that at this time of year.
Yes.
Especially
Especially as you reflect on the past year, your things that meant something to you personally that maybe were your anthem for the year or got you through something that fits into that sort of New Year's Eve theme.
Yeah, I love that word anthem. Like, what was your anthem for the year? That's so cool. Yeah, that's a great thing to keep in mind. I love that.
Yeah.
To make it personal.
Yeah, it's super fun. And I think that what, especially with virtual events, I think understanding how your event might flow. Like, I'm assuming most people aren't having like a full-on planner set.
Right.
But even if you're having like friends gathering and you're like understanding, okay, people are going to start arriving at whatever time, let that music build and direct the flow of what you're doing. And that keeping it personal and keeping it really in line with, maybe it is up until midnight. You don't want to have like some soft jazz playing at midnight.
Right, exactly. Yeah, work with the flow. Right, you don't know. Keep it personal. Exactly. And as I've been talking with clients about virtual celebrations and particularly thinking about New Year's, I like the idea of if you're sending party kits in advance to your guests that will be joining you for a virtual celebration, sending along a playlist. Here's a playlist, sharing a playlist on Spotify or however people want to do that, but kind of sending that in advance, I think is really cool too. So everyone can start getting in the mood and having that shared experience of music too. So I like that. Yeah.
No, that's a super fun idea. And I think even like actually as we were kind of preparing for today and just thinking through things, I actually decided to make some playlists as gifts for my nephews, like to
I
expose
love
them to
that.
music, but also like something fun.
Yes.
So there's ways to like vary what you're doing. You could even have a playlist that's like for the party, but
Yep.
also maybe something as a gift, as
Yes.
a favorite almost. So,
Oh, I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. Yes.
So that kind of leads into another key point that we had all discussed. Keeping your audience in mind is super important.
Yeah.
You know, what I listen to at home in my off time and what I think of as party music might not be what everyone, if I were to have people over,
Right.
might not be what they want to listen to or what
Yeah.
they are going to find enjoyable.
Right.
So it's really keeping everyone in mind and making sure that you're including them.
Yeah.
You know, if you know their own personal taste, if you know things that they like, include some of those because they'll love it. It just makes everything better and makes everyone feel included rather than showing up to a party where it's a bunch of music that you don't know or you don't like, and it just it doesn't help the guests have a good time.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
I'm sure you've all been there where there's I don't know, a party with all kinds of crazy music that you're like, I don't know this or I'm not into this.
Right.
You know, you've got to kind of blend a lot of things in together, which can be done in the right way, you know, based on the songs that you're choosing to segue between all of these.
Yeah. And I love that philosophy of guest experience, right? That's kind of how I see it is, when I'm talking with clients, it's all five senses. What are they gonna see, touch, smell, but you know, and so on, and hearing, what are they gonna hear, and how can you, to your point, Lauren, just make it feel welcoming and comfortable for the guests. And maybe they are hearing some new things, you know, that they haven't heard before that are personal to you, but that they're, you know, can connect with it. I love that. Yeah. So personal, connecting with your guests, your audience. I love those tips. And then, a third thing to keep in mind.
I think the other big thing that we've been considering in terms of just reflecting on 2021 and looking forward to reflecting on 2020 and looking forward to 2021.
Like ready for 2021,
I think one thing that we found super important as in terms of how to craft something is keeping it super positive, because I think it's easy to dwell on the challenges we've had this year. I mean, unprecedented isn't even come close to how this year was for most people. It's such a crazy year for everybody. So being able to like hold on to, again, what brings you joy, what makes you happy, what connects you with people, but also looking forward and just keeping an optimistic mindset. Like the power of positive thinking is so cliche, but it's real.
Right.
No, hopeful, you know, going into a new year.
Huge songs like, if you've heard Lady Gaga's new album, it's incredible. Rain on Me with Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande. It was a great anthem for me, only in that she's talking about how, you know, no, she's not perfect, and no, she maybe hasn't, you know, overcome everything she's struggling with, but she's dealing with it, and she's like, fine, just like bring it at me, let's go. I'm still gonna keep going through this thing called life, and you know, I'm gonna continue to celebrate about it. Which I think is such a fun song. And even things, you know, it's like, let's get rid of this year, we're ready for the positives. You know, like Thank You Next is also hilarious, because it's like, man, let's put this over here, and I am powerful, I'm amazing, and I will be over here.
Next, moving on. I love that. Those are great ones to keep in mind. Well, is there anything else? I mean, these are awesome things as people are thinking about putting their, I mean, I have to start working on my playlist. I'm very excited.
I think
the number of playlists I have made this year is like, this will be a fun one to put together. So,
well, and actually to that point, I think what people discount is like, even if it's just you can like gift yourself this amazing playlist and like just enjoy what music can do, because I think the power of music is actually something that has helped a lot of people get through this year. and embrace that.
Yes, totally. I love that. Well,
Create a
this was
playlist to yourself.
yes. No,
Give yourself some love.
I love that. Yes, self-care, self-love. Thank you guys so much. This was so amazing and helpful, to keep in mind as we go into the new year and celebrate with music. And I wish you guys and Lucy Black Entertainment just a wonderful New Year's and moving into 2021. So excited to see you guys in person when we can and raise a glass together. But in the meantime, maybe we can raise a glass together virtually. And cheers to 2021.
Cheers, ladies.
Take care. Bye.